Ever feel like your body is running on dial-up while the world's operating on 5G? Imagine upgrading your inner software, not with green juice, but with a computer that actually wants you to live a long and healthy life. This isn't sci-fi. This is the rise of wellness intelligence, and it's already in your pocket.
Please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Check the description for trusted sponsors and ways to support the show.
Welcome back to the Wellness Lab Digest. I'm Vince, and today we're talking about a tool that is changing the game for anyone working to get their health on track. We are diving into the world of artificial intelligence. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is my refrigerator going to start judging my late-night snack choices? Maybe. But more importantly, AI is becoming the ultimate co-pilot for your wellness journey.
I'm Hayes, and I have to admit, Vince, I was a bit of a skeptic at first. I like the human touch, the intuition of a trainer or a nutritionist, but the more I use these tools, the more I realize that AI isn't here to replace the human element. It's here to handle the massive amounts of data that we humans are just terrible at processing. It's about taking those thousands of variables, your sleep, your heart rate, your macros, even your stress levels, and turning them into a protocol that actually makes sense for you.
That is the key word, protocol. We always talk about finding what works, but what works is a moving target. What worked for you 5 years ago might not work today. What works for a 25-year-old athlete won't work for a 60-year-old executive. AI allows for a level of personalization that was previously reserved for professional athletes with a $1 million support staff. Today, we're going to break down how to actually use this technology to move the needle on your health.
One of the first places people usually start with AI in wellness is nutrition. We've all used those apps where you type in what you ate, but the new generation of AI tools can do so much more. You can literally take a photo of your plate, and the AI analyzes the portion sizes, estimates the caloric density, and even identifies potential inflammatory ingredients. But the real magic happens when you ask it for a protocol based on your specific blood markers or gut health tests.
It's about moving from tracking to predicting. Imagine an AI that sees you've had 3 nights of poor sleep and a high stress load, and it automatically adjusts your meal plan for the day to include more magnesium-rich foods and lower glycemic index carbs to help stabilize your mood. It's like having a nutritionist who is watching you 24 hours a day, but in a helpful, non-creepy way.
And it's not just about what you eat, but when you eat. We've talked a lot about circadian biology and intermittent fasting on this show. AI can look at your specific schedule, your sleep-wake cycles, and your chronotype to tell you exactly when your metabolic window is widest. It's taking the guesswork out of the when. Why do we need a protocol for timing? Because our hormones, like insulin and cortisol, follow a rhythm. If you're eating a heavy meal when your body is primed for sleep, you're fighting your own biology. AI helps you sync back up.
I've been using an AI-driven fitness coach lately, and the thing that surprised me most was the focus on recovery. Usually, if you follow a static workout plan, it tells you to do leg day on Tuesday, regardless of how you feel. But the AI looks at my heart rate variability, or HRV, and says, "Vince, your nervous system is cooked today. Instead of heavy squats, we're going to do 15 minutes of mobility work and a light walk." That prevents injury, and, more importantly, prevents burnout.
That's the adaptive protocol. It's the difference between a rigid plan and a living strategy. And speaking of recovery and cellular health, we often talk about these high-tech tools, but sometimes the data reveals a gap that technology can't fill on its own. We can track our recovery perfectly, but if the building blocks for that recovery aren't there at a cellular level, we're just watching ourselves run in place.
You know, Hayes, all this digital optimization is incredible, but it puts a massive demand on our biological hardware. Even with a perfect AI schedule, your cells still have to do the heavy lifting of repair. If your natural renewal process is lagging, no app can fix that. That's why we use STEM Active. It's a premium, USA-made stem cell activator that helps your master cells transform into whatever your body needs to repair and regain improved function. With ingredients like Tibetan sea buckthorn and Madagascan aloe, It supports the renewal that your AI data is constantly monitoring. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to try it risk-free with their money-back guarantee. Now let's get back to the how-to of large language models and large vision models in health.
That cellular foundation is what makes the digital advice actually actionable, Vince. Now let's talk about the prompt engineering side of wellness. Most people use AI by asking a simple question like, "What should I eat for dinner?" That's a waste of the technology. The real protocol involves providing the AI with your contextual stack.
I love that term, the contextual stack. What do you mean by that?
It means giving the AI your health history, your current wearable data, your goals, and your limitations all at once. For example, a high-level prompt would be, "I am a 50-year-old male with a history of high cortisol. My HRV is currently 10% below my baseline, and I have a high-stress meeting at 2 p.m. Design a nutritional and movement protocol for today that prioritizes parasympathetic nervous system activation." Now, the AI isn't just giving you generic advice, it's acting as a clinical consultant.
And the large vision models are changing the game for accessibility. We have listeners who have dietary restrictions or allergies. You can show an AI a menu at a restaurant or a label on a supplement, and it can instantly cross-reference those ingredients with your specific health profile. It can warn you about hidden inflammatory oils or sugars that might sabotage your metabolic health.
What's even more exciting is the way AI can act as a sense maker for complex lab results. How many of us have received a blood panel from our doctor that says everything is in range, but we still feel terrible? You can upload those results to a secure AI and ask, "Look for trends in my markers that are moving toward the edge of the clinical range over the last 3 years." It identifies the slope of your health before you reach a state of disease. That is true preventative medicine.
But we have to talk about the mental health side of this. We are seeing AI-driven CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy tools that are available 24/7. While they aren't a replacement for a therapist, they provide a protocol for internal narrative correction. If you're in a stress loop at 3 a.m., the AI can walk you through a box breathing exercise or a cognitive reframing exercise based on your specific triggers.
It's about shortening the time between the stress event and the intervention. If you have to wait 2 weeks for a therapy appointment, the stress has already done its damage. AI provides an in-the-moment intervention. And let's look at sleep, perhaps the most important part of the wellness triangle. AI is now controlling our environments. We have smart beds and smart lighting that adjust in real time based on our core body temperature and heart rate. If the AI detects you are entering a light sleep phase too early, it can drop the room temperature by 2 degrees to keep you in deep sleep longer.
That is the definition of a silent protocol. You aren't even doing anything. The technology is optimizing your environment while you're unconscious. But for the people listening who want a manual protocol they can implement today, let's break down the AI wellness tech stack.
Step 1 is the data aggregator. You need a central hub. Apps that can pull data from your Apple Health, your Oura Ring, and your MyFitnessPal are essential. Step 2 is the LLM consultant. Use a high-quality language model as your daily health coach. Feed it your data summaries and ask for actionable insights. Don't just look at the numbers, ask what they mean for your afternoon.
And step 3 is the feedback loop. Every evening, spend 2 minutes telling the AI how you felt. I followed the high magnesium suggestion, and my afternoon energy was much more stable. The AI learns your specific bio-individual responses. Over time, it gets better and better at predicting what you need. It's a personalized health library that grows with you.
We should also mention the biometric privacy protocol. It's important to use platforms that prioritize data encryption. Your health data is your most private asset. We recommend looking for tools that allow you to own your data and choose what is shared.
What about the longevity aspect? AI is currently being used to calculate biological age versus chronological age. By analyzing your gait, your voice, and even the micro expressions in your face, researchers are finding that AI can predict health outcomes years in advance. We can use this to adjust our protocols in real time. If your biological age starts to creep up, you know you need to pivot your strategy.
It's about moving away from reactive medicine to proactive wellness. We've been told for years that we just have to wait for symptoms to appear before we do anything. AI says, no, the data shows a shift 6 months ago. Let's address it now.
I think one of the most lighthearted but helpful ways to use AI is for recipe remixing. You can tell an AI, I have 3 stalks of celery, some frozen spinach, and a chicken breast. Make me a meal that follows a low-lectin, high-protein protocol and takes less than 20 minutes. It takes the mental load out of healthy eating.
And for our listeners who are over 50, AI is a powerful tool for cognitive longevity. There are AI programs designed to challenge your specific neural pathways to prevent cognitive decline. It identifies your weak spots. Maybe it's spatial memory or verbal fluency, and creates a brain protocol to strengthen those areas.
It really is a total life optimization tool. If you aren't utilizing AI for your wellness journey, you're essentially trying to navigate the ocean with a paper map while everyone else has GPS. It doesn't mean you can't get there, but it's a lot harder and you're much more likely to hit a reef.
The GPS analogy is perfect, Vince. AI gives you the traffic reports of your own body. It tells you when there's a jam in your metabolism or construction needed in your recovery.
We hope this episode has inspired you to look at that smartphone in your pocket as more than just a distraction machine. It is quite literally a portable laboratory that can help you live a longer, more vibrant life.
It's about shifting from being a passive observer of your health to an active participant. AI gives you the data, but you still have to take the action. You still have to do the work, but now you know exactly which work is going to give you the biggest return on your investment.
And that is the most empowering feeling in the world, knowing that your efforts are actually working.
We're so excited to see how you all utilize these tools to transform your own journeys. Please post a comment below and let us know what impact this AI wellness has made on your well-being. Thanks for tuning in to the Wellness Lab Digest. If this episode inspired you, here are 3 quick ways to support the show. 1. Subscribe so you never miss fresh, body-loving wellness insights. 2. Share this episode with someone who needs it today. 3. Comment below and tell us what topics you'd love to hear next. Want to do even more? Check the description for ways to support the show. Stay curious, stay well, and we'll see you in the next episode.